Time to welcome in Coach Buddy Young and discuss the keys to the game presented by Outdoor Restrooms Incorporated.
More. You're doing great. You look amazing.
The Egg White Grill, so you can bring on the day.
One of the things that Rockhurst does so well, Coach Euler alluded to, is that when they find something that works, they're going to keep doing it. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I think head coaches makes, is that they try to diversify. So if something works, they don't want to come back to it too many times. Well, Tony doesn't believe in that. And so if they find something that hurts us, they'll keep doing it. So he's really good about that. So the key is, I think we've got to play great fundamental football tonight, and we can't make mistakes. So
it's ironic that you talk about that, because I think a lot of coaches, and I'm sure it was the same way when you were the head coach, you've got your first 10 plays, first 15 plays in your mind, if not written down, scripted. You know what you want to try to do to see what works, but then sometimes you still keep trying to mix it up instead of staying with what works until they stop it.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. And you don't want to, you hear the term, don't go to the well too many times. But in high school football, there's not enough time to make a lot of adjustments until halftime. So, and once the second half starts, the same principle is involved. So if something's working in high school, you need to keep running it. And sometimes we try to be too fancy. And Rockhurst doesn't have that problem. I've heard people say, Coach Severino's not that great a coach because you can always tell what he's going to do. He's a little predictable. Well, obviously those people haven't played him before, because he does know what he's doing, and his game plan is very sound, and he won't stray off of it, and that's the mark of a fine coach. So, as you know, I'm really high on Coach Euler. I think he's one of the brightest young minds in the game, and I think Coach Severino's at the other end of that spectrum. He's been around a long time, but he's a great one too. So two great people going head-to-head tonight. This is going to be a great game.
When you talk about Coach Severino, as you can talk about the last three coaches at Rockhurst going way back, because Tony's been here 35 years, so they're all members of the High School Coaches Hall of Fame in the state of Missouri, and they've all won state championships. So
right.
You don't do that unless you know how to coach the ball a little bit.
And things have changed a lot since some of those three. Because Coach Culver, who was there before Coach Severino, actually smoked a cigar on the sideline. When I was a young assistant at Blue Springs High School, Coach Merrill, we went over there, and he was good friends with Coach Culver, and I was just a young coach, and I was thrilled to even get to shake his hand, and had a big old cigar, and he puffed on it the whole game. So, yeah, things have changed.
I was about ready to say that. And the quote, the way I heard the quote was, 90% of this game is mental, the other half is physical.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That's the way I heard it.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean anything, because Yogi, he got paid to say this one, but I think he made it up. He said they give you cash, which is just as good as money. The game lost character when Lawrence Peter Barra passed away.
Yes.
And really all of athletics did.
But his point was well taken, is that you can't let past losses affect you in the future. And so that's the big key tonight for the Jags. We've got good kids and a good team. We just need to play well and consistent.
Mr. Vavel is back deep to return the opening kickoff. Rockhurst will be defending the south goal, dressed in the white tops, the blue pants. The same uniform they've been wearing for many, many years. And the kick is high. It is deep. And it's 5 yards deep into the end zone and will be brought out to the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Constantino's Price Chopper, your local family-owned grocer since 1948. Brought you the opening kickoff. They're proud supporters of high school football and a Vision Sports sponsor for 21 years. Be sure to stop by Price Chopper, where there's always fresher ways to save. And tonight's kickoff at 7 p.m. right on the dot. And it's 85 degrees under fair skies. Our time and temp is presented by Swim Things on East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. And the Jags are going to give the ball to Dakota Koenig, and he'll sweep the near side and get tackled as he is knocked down by Sawyer Crawford for the Hawklets. He led a group of white-clad visitors in on that tackle.
Just a base handoff sweep. We pulled a lineman, and really it didn't look like much, but we got 4 yards on the first play, so 2nd and 6 is a real good situation. Great positive play for the Jaguars to start the evening on.
He's going to be the guy that gets the handoff from Max Conrad and takes it straight ahead. Going is tough up the middle, but the going is supposed to be tough in this league up the middle, and he gains 3 yards and gets out to the 26 where it's 3rd and 4.
Really good indication that the Jag line is holding their own. Nice gain on that, so 3rd and fairly short, 3rd and about 4. So if the Jags can pick this first down up, it's a good sign for the whole evening.
Andrew Stafford in on the tackle. 2 backs in the backfield, and Conrad's going to throw the ball. He'll flip it out, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver. They were looking on the far side for Isaiah Twy, their sophomore wide receiver, and they're going to have to punt it.
Really nice route that time by Isaiah. He ran a little in and then the spin around to out, so it makes it really tough for the defense. And we had it there. We just couldn't hook up the timing between the quarterback and him. Good play to remember, just like we talked about. Maybe we need to come back to that play later.
For the Jaguars, number 33, Skylar Myers.
Skylar Myers is going to get some time in the backfield and get a chance to run the football with Austin Terry out, and he's going to be back to punt it away. The Hawklets have twin receivers back deep, and he's going to keep it and run and try to get the first down, and he does so. Breaks a tackle out over the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Well, you know what? That's the best way to get rid of bad feelings about past games. Let's try something new and exciting, and it works right off the bat. Nice job, John Euler.
I thought he was reading that. I think Coach gave him the opportunity. Said, hey, if you see it, go.
I agree 100%, and that way he can go ahead and get the punt off if there's going to be pressure, but the Jags still have the ball. Great play by the Jags.
So Koenig and Myers are going to line up in the backfield, 2 backs. And the handoff to Skylar Myers, and the Rockhurst defense reminds him that just because you got the first down on us, it's going to be a little tougher now that you're running from the line of scrimmage, and there's no gain.
No gain on the play, maybe a loss, but a straight base play forward on the left side of the line. And Jags have done a good job on the first couple of plays, not so much that time.
Tucker Atwood makes the tackle for Rockhurst. Go ahead, Coach.
His dad, Joey Atwood, played at Blue Springs High School
on
a state championship team.
Two to the near side, 1 to the far side, and a man in the slot, that's Myers, and Conrad is going to get hit. He drops the football at the 41-yard line, and the Hawklets have recovered.
I almost thought that his arm was moving forward at the time, but the official doesn't think so. And of course, he's got a better view than we do, but that's too bad. He just took a little bit too long trying to make a read. I think he had a receiver open over a seam in the middle, but didn't have enough time to get the ball to him.
Jack McGlinny made the recovery for the Hawklets. And they're set up in great field position as they recovered the fumble just shy of the 41-yard line. Boehm is their quarterback out of the shotgun, and they'll hand the ball off. Johnson with a nice hole going right up the middle. And Michael Johnson, a 5'8", 185-pound senior, running listed as a tailback, and when they run out of that formation, that's where he'll be. He's rushed for 206 yards on 35 carries and scored 4 touchdowns, averaging almost 6 yards a carry.
He's a fine running back, and to go right along with that, if you look at the offensive line for Rockhurst Hawklets, it almost looks like a college offensive line.
Oh, they're huge. All the way across, even when they bring an extra blocker in as a tight end. Johnson, same play, same result, first down. He's going to get inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
So we just talked about two base dive plays and let the offensive line fire off the ball and first down.
Gain of
7 yards, good for a first down.
Miles Opdahl
First down and 10 for the
makes the
Hawks
tackle.
from the
Helps if you
26-yard
look at the
line.
right roster, Coach. Boehm is going to hand it to Johnson. It's worked so far, and they're going to continue to do it. He's inside the 10 as he gets to the far sideline down to around the 6-yard line. And we touched on that as one of your keys to the game. Once you find it, you keep doing it.
Absolutely, and the Jags had kind of a tough time getting lined up that time. A defensive tackle was trying to move across. He didn't get there when the ball was snapped, so there was a big hole to begin with, and then they took advantage of it from there.
He picked up 20 on the play, and it's first down and goal from the 6. Johnson gets the call. He spins away as the hole closes quickly and gets to the 5 before he's driven back, and Opdahl is there once again.
Miles did a great job filling in from the safety position, and I don't know if they got much of a gain at all, maybe a yard.
They give him credit for a yard. Our first quarter presented by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Wednesday is Fajita Wednesday. Luke Boehm, their quarterback, he's a senior, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get hauled down short of the goal line. Stepped inside the 5 down to about the 3, and he gets tackled and pulled down on the play by Jacob McCubbin.
Good job by the defense that time. Defensive end took the running back, and then the linebackers picked up the quarterback to keep them out of the end zone. This is the toughest going that the Rockhurst Hawklets have had this whole drive, is inside the 5-yard line. So good team defense by the Jags there.
He's completed 24 of 50 passes for the year so far. Threw for 155 yards in their win at Raypeck last week, and he's going to hand it to Johnson. And Johnson's going to get stacked up behind the line of scrimmage, may lose a yard, and he's in the center of the field at about the 4, and it will bring up fourth down. In on the tackle, Ben Bryan was there.
Darian Booker came in from outside also from the secondary. Great job of team defense there. It's fourth down. Rockhurst is going to go for it. If we keep them out, watch the offense move the ball. This is a great job by the defense.
Johnson is the eye back, if you will, as they run out of the pistol. He turns the wrong way. Boehm's going to have to throw, and he completes the pass for a touchdown. That was a nice play, Coach, because it busted down early.
It was broken. The running back went to the wrong side. He was expecting to fake a dive play, so he had to turn and find the receiver. Really pretty good coverage, just a great pass. Barely got his 2 feet down in before he went out of bounds. So tough break for the Jags after a really nice defensive stand inside the 5.
Swingle was the guy who caught that one. He's their tight end, Steven Swingle. And Owen Lawson boots it through. 7:08 to play, first quarter. 7-0, Rockhurst with the lead. Back with a kickoff after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. Prime Lending proudly cheers for the Cats and Jags and is a proud supporter of the communities it serves. Prime Lending prides itself on being ranked number 1.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist at Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental...
Owen Lawson set to kick it away. And the Hawklets take advantage of the turnover, and Lawson's going to kick this one out to I-70, and the Jags will take it first and 10 on the 20-yard line. That's another key to the game, because it seems like every year they've got somebody who can kick the ball into the end zone, and you got to drive it 80 yards.
Absolutely, and they're going to make you put together a long drive. Coach Oler pointed out in the interview, it's much easier to get there in a couple of plays in high school. It's just very hard to get a consistent drive of 7 or 8 more plays. Although Rockhurst just did that, so that just shows that they're disciplined.
They also had a short field.
They did.
Our first quarter presented by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Wednesday is Fajita Wednesday. You get $3 off fajitas, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs. So it's a 7-0 game early. And Max Conrad, who is 0 for 1 passing in the game. 40 of 72 coming in for 409 yards passing the ball this year. Twy goes in motion, and the toss to Koenig. He's going to cut back and get outside the 20 and pick up close to 4 yards. Have a feeling he'll be driven back to the 3 when they spot it. And there to make the tackle for Rockhurst is Cooper Krezek.
Toss sweep play, pulled a guard, and really got pretty good yards. That's a 5-yard gain, and they've got 2nd and 5. So they're in great shape on this so far.
What do I know?
It's hard to tell from here.
And you're making excuses for me.
I am.
Which I don't mind. Empty backfield, and Conrad's going to throw, swings it out, and Koenig makes the catch at the 32-yard line for the first down, and then he gets dropped right away by Mitch Tarwater, who's a linebacker and a senior.
We talked about timing on the first incomplete pass they had. That was great timing. Quick out route. There was good cushion. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money. We get a first down, so that's great for the Jag offense.
A 3-by-1 set, trips to the wide side, and the pass is tipped as Max held onto the ball just a little bit too long and trying to get a receiver to break open.
Tim Glazier, defensive end on that side, got by the pass blocker and was able to get his hand up and got a hand on the ball there. Knocked it down, but I think we would have had a completion there.
6:15 left to play in the first quarter. Rockhurst driving 42 yards on their opening drive after recovering a fumble, and they lead it 7-0, and the handoff coming to the near side. Dakota Koenig, full head of steam outside the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
There's that little sweep again, and really they did a nice job blocking it. We got about a 6-yard gain on that, so nice job by the offensive line.
Tucker Atwood, the junior linebacker, makes the tackle. So that'll bring up third down. They need to get beyond the 42 for a first down. So they're looking at third and a long 4. Twy is going to line up in the slot. They've got 2 in the slot to the right. And the handoff. Koenig's going to try to sweep the corner, cut it back against the grain and get close to the 40, but will still be 2 yards shy. They pick up 2, and it'll be fourth down.
Nice job gaining a few yards on that. Not quite enough for a first down, but discipline that time. We're able to punt the ball away and change field position on this thing. So
Lenny is going to, it gets the tackle for Rockhurst, and they're going to send Krezek back deep.
Number 33, Skylar Myers.
Myers is going to punt it away. Lance Shelton, 5'4" and 145 pounds. He's a senior, and he can fly from what we're told, and they're going to kick away from him. Krezek will catch it at the 33 to the 40, down the near side, 45, down at the 46. And that's where Rockhurst will start it after a 27-yard punt from Skylar Myers.
Nice job on the coverage there. The punt return was only about 6 yards, but it gives them pretty good field position. The Jags have a little bit better field position against them than they did the first time, but really need to do something early instead of waiting until they get inside the 5.
Steven Swingle was in on the tackle, along with Jeremiah Vasquez-Gray for Blue Springs South. And Rockhurst will have it first down and 10. Joe Coit is going to go split wide to the right. They've got a man in the slot and a single setback. And the play action fake to the tailback, and they're going up top, and the pass is well overthrown. They were looking for Reed Levy, and the pass overthrown. There might have been a little contact there, but
I think it was
when both
incidental.
guys were going after it, you let them play.
Well, the ball was thrown kind of behind the receiver, and Brett Shelton was on the defense over there, and they both had to change their routes, and their feet got tangled up a little bit. I'm wrong. That was Trey Babel.
Yeah, Babel was the guy back there.
Covering. Nice job covering.
And Boehm is going to hand the ball off to Shelton, and Shelton breaks a tackle at the 50, takes it into South Territory. He's going to get down to the 47-yard line.
Tough runner.
Yes, he is.
Tackled by number 9.
We're lucky there was a hand on a face mask there, and I think it was at an angle that the official couldn't see it. So we're lucky they don't get another bonus with
gain of 6 yards.
Face mask penalty.
Orlando makes the tackle.
3rd down and 4.
It's 3rd down, 4 yards to go. They need to get inside the 45 to the 44 for a first down. And the toss on the sweep. Shelton's got a full head of steam. He cuts back and is going to get the first down inside the 45 to the 41.
I was watching that time. The offensive line for Rockhurst does a really nice job running. They're not just big; they're pretty athletic. That's a pretty tough deal.
From the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
It's first down and 10, and this is where they started their first drive after the fumble recovery early on. We're down to 3:33 left to play in the opening quarter. Rockhurst has picked up a couple of first downs, and Boehm is going to fake the handoff. He's being chased, steps up and gets away, spins at the 35 and is down close to the first down. He's probably got it at the 31-yard line.
We had 2 linebackers come on a blitz that time, and they weren't able to get to the quarterback. He was able to step up, and once he got by the 2 blitzers, he kind of opened up the whole field. That's probably good enough for a first down at this point, I think. They're waiting, though. Maybe.
Personal foul. Penalty against the Jaguars.
A penalty on the play. They marked him short of the first down, but it matters not.
Face mask.
And they'll tack on yardage, so they'll get a first down. I didn't see the flag, to be honest with you, Coach.
I didn't either.
So they'll take it inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line.
That's exactly what we talked about. You can't make mistakes against Rockhurst and give them anything. They're good enough to take advantage of that.
They lead it 7-0. A Bain 4-yard pass to their tight end, Jalen Creighton. They've got a couple in the backfield. Shelton's going to get the handoff, and Shelton's going to get tossed down. Contact was made behind the line of scrimmage by Skylar Myers, and he'll lose a yard back to the 17.
That's one of the toughest things to teach linebackers, to not overrun the play, and that's the counter play that tries to take advantage of a linebacker overcommitting. Skylar did a great job of not following too quickly, and when they ran the counter, he was right there. No gain on the play. Great job by the defense.
And the Hawklets, with 2:28 to go here in the first quarter, they're going to take time out. 7-0. Rockhurst leads at Blue Springs South. We're back after this 30-second timeout on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Due to a water issue, the concession stand on the upper
Minor
More. You're doing great. You look amazing.
The Egg White Grill, so you can bring on the day.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist at Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental assistance, come see us. Locally owned and operated here in Blue Springs. Dahlquist Dental.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon. Hey Jags, Matt.
Averaging 3.6. Shelton's in there with a man in the slot. They'll bring a receiver in motion and hand it off on the jet sweep, and that play goes nowhere. Joe Coit takes the handoff and then gets dropped back at the 21-yard line, and Trey Babel is right there to make the tackle.
You know, Trey was the defensive back on that side and just chased him once he started going in motion and was able to get to him before he even got the football. So great job by Trey Babel on that.
We're down to the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 1. And the defense now looking at 3rd down and 15. I'm guessing here that if you stop them on this play, they're going to think about doing something else.
Yeah.
As opposed to going into a 4-down mode. Bame is going to throw, floats it long. He's got a man out there, and the pass is intercepted in the end zone.
Great coverage that time. He played it just perfectly.
Pass is picked off by Darian Booker, and the ball comes out to the 20-yard line, and the Jags defense picks up the big play. Now let's see how that transfers over to the offense.
That can start everything going. What a great job of technique. He put the receiver right where he wanted him and was able to turn inside, jump up, and get the ball. Looks like a college or an NFL interception on that. Great job.
So 1st down and 10, and the Jags are going to take some time.
1st down and 10.
They've got it 1st and 10, 2 backs with Conrad. They're going to flip the ball to Koenig, and he hits the turf. Slipped and fell at the 15-yard line.
Had it been the NFL, he could get up and run, but there's going to be a loss of 5 on that. That's too bad because he had some yards, I think.
I know there are differences in the rules, Coach, and I'm not sure that this one's okay with. I'm okay with this one.
Yeah, it would be nice that there's just a slip, and you hate
in
to
the
see
open
that.
field, you hate to see that,
Yeah.
but there are some rules I'd like to see them even up, and that pass interference one is big on my list of rants and raves. Conrad's going to work out of the gun. He's rolling to the near side and finds a man. That's Koenig. He's to the 20, 25-30, down the near side, and he's run out of bounds as he gets to the 32-yard line.
I think that's going to be a 1st down. It looked like a little screen pass, but there were no linemen there. I believe it was a safety valve that he hit him out of the backfield, and then he did the rest on his own. Great job running with the ball.
Tommy Eccles makes the tackle for Rockhurst, and you're right. He knew there was a guy in the middle there, and he found him. That was after the play broke down. 1st and 10, 32-yard line. Blue Springs going left to right, and the handoff given to Dakota Koenig, and the little man fights his way out over the 35 to the 36-yard line.
You know, I love to see those play calls. Really a nice job by the Jags staff. They're mixing it up. That was a play right up the middle, which you wouldn't think would be something that they'd want to do with that big defensive line, but nice gain on that, a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. It's a nice situation.
They're going to give him 5 on the play. They don't have to snap it. We're down to 15 seconds, but I think they're going to. And the handoff. Koenig's going to try to get outside. They cut him back. He's going to get hit at the 39, and that's where he's going to go down.
You know, we talked about fundamentals before, and Cooper Kresick, the safety, came up from his position and really cut that play off before it had a chance to get started. He came all the way from a safety position to stop that on a sweep. So that was a nice play by the Rockhurst kid.
Mitch Tarwater makes the tackle, and our first quarter presented by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Wednesday is Fajita Wednesday with $3 off fajitas, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers every Saturday from 11 to 4 at Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs, and that's the.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist of Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental assistance, come see us. Locally owned and operated here in Blue Springs. Dahlquist Dental.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy.
Fires over the middle. The ball is caught and then dropped incomplete, which is better than the alternative, which would have been a recovery.
Yeah, number 39 for the Rockhurst Hawklets. I'm looking here. That's Tommy Eccles. He's a linebacker that turned and made great contact with the receiver just as the ball got there. It's too bad because we'd have picked up the first down and continued that drive.
They were looking for the tight end. That was Isaiah Twy. And Myers is going to punt it away. Shelton and Krazik are back deep, standing back at the 34-yard line. Good snap. And they contain him. He doesn't try to run it. And it's going to go out of bounds. And it goes out at about the 37-38, but they're going to walk it back upfield, and they're going a little too far. He's walking all the way back into Blue Springs South territory at the 45-yard line. Who's in charge of watching that?
He's spotted near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, I thought it went further than that too, but they measure it from the out-of-bounds drop to the straight line between where the punter kicked it. So that's actually a pretty accurate way to do it, but I sure thought it went further than that.
You're right about that. Our second quarter presented by CarStar Blue Springs, located at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs.
Well, it's unfortunate the Hawklets start this drive inside the Jaguars territory, but the defense has played better in the last series, so hopefully we can hold them out.
Coach Severino going to the old-fashioned I formation with Michael Johnson on the tail of the tandem. He's got a big hole, has the first down, breaking to the outside and getting into the middle of the field and is down at the 31-yard line.
Well, you can begin to see his quick feet. The kid makes adjustments and changes really, really quick. It reminds me a little bit of Austin Terry carrying the ball, but I'd love to see him suited up tonight.
Trey Vavel made the tackle, and when you've got a secondary guy making the tackle on a running back, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
But it's only been that particular play. It's a 7-0 game.
We've played better.
Bame will give it to Johnson. Johnson's going to get hit and hauled down behind the line of scrimmage.
Michael Johnson, the ball carrier.
And he was wrapped up and dropped from behind.
By number 51.
Making the initial hit was Ben Bryan.
And that's not a blitz. That's just us defeating them as blockers and getting over there and making a great play.
We're going to take a look at the in-game scoreboard update from prepskc.com, brought to you by Christian Brothers Automotive at 19600 East 40 Highway in Independence. Bame will give the ball to Johnson and then pulls it back right as as Johnson gets blown up, and then Bame gets to the 30, picks up a couple of yards before being driven back.
You know, we've consistently played better after that first drive. Jaguar defense has done a really good job. That's options plays tough to stop, but we held it to about a yard and a half gain, so nice job, Jags.
Third down and 8.
Yard and a half?
Yeah.
That's not where they spotted it. They give him close to 3. 10 minutes to play.
You got to remember my Jaguar eyes here.
I saw the same thing you did, Coach. That's why I couldn't believe it. They put it down on the 29. And it is third down. They're going to throw over the middle, to the sideline, and it is caught out of bounds. Nice leaping catch.
Joseph Coit.
And you know,
makes the catch, Coach.
Nice timing route there because the coverage was good. Our defensive back was right on him. That was number 6, Damon Booker.
He's the guy that had the pick.
Right, nice coverage. That's just not much you can do about that.
Gain of 8, and they're going to say he's inches short. And big spot of the ball if they're going to say it's 4th down in the yard. Because twice the Jags line on this series of downs has gotten good penetration. They'll run out of the I formation, and Bame's going to sneak it straight ahead and pick up the first down, getting it to the 19. So we take a look at the scoreboard quickly, Coach. Lee Summit with an early 7-0 lead over Blue Springs. Down in Lee Summit, Raytown leads Chrisman 14-6 first quarter. West on the road at Rockbridge leading 7-0.
10 from the 20-yard line.
Kearney with a 14-0 lead over Winnetonka. And Excelsior Springs with a 21-6 lead over Richmond. Johnson's going to get the handoff and gets a good, tough, determined run. He was hit, Coach, but it wasn't a solid blow, and he was able to kind of take the tackler with him down to the 15.
Yeah, that's just an old-fashioned ISO play out of the eye, and we got a hand on him right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fight forward for a couple of yards. Nice play. Here's what I'm afraid of now, that Rockhurst is pounding, and wears our defense down. We need to get the offense to make some first downs and move the ball.
McCubbin made that last tackle, and they only gave him 3 yards, Coach. He was a good 2 yards further upfield. I'm not understanding. Again out of the eye, Bame's going to turn, fake the handoff to Johnson, and then slip the ball on the end around. They're going to get it into the hands of Clint Purcell, and he's going to go to the house for the touchdown.
Lull us to sleep with the ISO plays right up the middle, and the wide receiver comes back around after they fake the ISO. Get him on it's actually like a jet sweep, a delayed jet sweep, and we weren't able to catch up in time. Nice speed on the outside. Too bad, because the Jaguars have played better defensively this series than they started out the game.
So it's 13-0 from 16 yards out, and in to kick the extra point, Owen Lawson. He was good the last time he tried. Snap kind of fluttered back, and he booms it through, kicking it all the way onto the track. And with 8:36 to play in the first half, it's Rockhurst 14, Blue Springs South nothing. Back with the Hawklets kickoff after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
PCG Wealth Advisor Christopher Wade is ready to provide you, your family, and your business with honest and sound financial advice. With 28 years of industry experience, let the Wade team work for you. Call 816-358-2463 or online at wadeteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advice offered through PCG Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. PCG Wealth Advisors and PCG Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Plowboys, the heart of Plowboys Barbecue is competition style barbecue. Who's hungry for championship of low and
8:36 remaining here in the first half. It's 14-0.
At Plowboys.
Lawson is going to kick it away from the 40-yard line. Trey Vottle is standing at the far hash mark at about the 3-yard line.
Be great to get a nice run back here and get some field position to start with.
Lawson has thwarted that twice and make it a third time as he kicks it 8 yards deep into the end zone. And the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. That was a 7-play drive. And the last 16 of it to Clint Purcell for the touchdown.
That was a nice execution on the end around.
You are absolutely right, Coach. Now
Jags really need to put together a drive to give the defense a kind of a break. They've been on the field a lot during this first 2 quarters.
After stopping the play clock, the official starts it up again, and they're going to give it to the wide receiver coming around after a double handoff, and the ball is carried to the corner by Luke Fellers, and I think he was looking to throw the ball, Coach.
He was, but they had great coverage on our wide receiver. It didn't fool him. I'm trying to see, I think that's number 12, is that right?
Atwater was there.
Yeah, nice job of coverage.
So we've got 8:26 to go in the first half. 14-0 Hawklets, and that play loses a couple of yards, and he just didn't take off like a guy who was trying to get to the corner.
Right.
He was trying to set up to pass it. Twin receivers to the near side, and the handoff. Dakota Koenig trying to turn the corner, cuts it upfield, and he'll get a yard back, but when he cut back after having success early, Rockhurst has made the adjustment, and they had guys waiting for him.
Right.
Tommy Eccles leading the way for the Hawklets. A couple of other first quarter scores. Blue Springs has answered Lee Summit's early touchdown. That game is tied 7-7. And Lee Summit North and Park Hill also tied 7 apiece. Single setback. Koenig standing behind Conrad, who's going to drop to throw. Now rolls, steps into the pass, and it's incomplete. And they were looking for Reed Dykus.
And I thought the defender got there maybe just a little bit early. Of course, you and I have different eyes than officials, evidently. But
we're right. And they have they have the option to agree with us.
Well, there was good coverage, but I think he got there a little bit quick and got his hand opposite hand on the shoulder.
And that was a third down play, so Skylar Myers is going to punt it away, and Rockhurst is going to get good field position again. Unless he just completely unloads and outkicks his coverage. And he gets away a good punt. He's going to send Shelton back to the 48. It bounces. He picks it up, and then he stepped out of bounds with it at the Hawklet 30 or 48-yard line after a 32-yard punt.
Yeah, that's about the best that the Jags could hope for there. That at least they're starting on their own side of the 50. So if the defense isn't too tired, hopefully we can get a stop here and get the ball back to the offense. Still plenty of time in the second quarter we can score.
We get a timeout on the field. We'll take a break. 7:28 to play in the first half. Rockhurst 14.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Luke Boehm will start it up the 48-yard line. First down and 10. He's got 3 to the wide side of the field, and the pass is caught and sprinting down the far side, now cutting back into the middle at the 20 and hauled down from behind after making the catch. That's Reed Levi, and he makes the grab and turns field position in early, Coach.
Trey Babel makes a great effort to get to him and cut off the touchdown. I felt fairly confident that there was a block in the back right when the ball was caught, right in front of the official, and it's a good thing I don't have a flag from up here. I think I would have thrown it all the way down on it.
Yeah. Put it down to the 18-yard line. First down and 10. Johnson, the lone setback. Boehm's going to keep it as he gets hit, and then Boehm himself gets hit as he gets back to the 20-yard line. So they're going to lose at least 2, possibly 3. Anthony Orlando is there to make the tackle.
And, we're doing a nice job of bringing linebackers. Number 9, Anthony Orlando, came from his linebacker spot that time and was able to get in on the tackle. So defense is stepping it up a little bit. It's unfortunate that the field position has been so in Rockhurst's favor on that.
Preps KC is the ultimate in high school football coverage. You can get the Preps KC app at the Android Market or Apple Store. There's a handoff to Michael Johnson on a counter play, and he'll get down close to the 10-yard line, put him down on the 11.
Yeah, that's the counter play that they ran earlier. We did a really nice job on it then and had somebody right at the point of handoff that just wasn't able to get him down. So too bad. Limited the damage a little bit, but really put him in good position on 3rd down.
He's going to be between the 10 and the 11. Orlando made the tackle for the Jags defense.
Coach, I'm afraid our defense is starting to get tired here.
It's a warm night.
Yeah.
They needed that hydration timeout. The handoff, big hole to the fullback as they go to the I formation. Chuck Ingram is the guy who carried the football.
Chuck's an offensive lineman with a running back's number. He's a big kid.
I'll tell you what, he didn't run like a lineman, though.
He reminds me of Larry Zonka. Remember Larry Zonka?
Oh, yeah.
We're showing our age, I guess. But
Larry Zonka had a lineman's helmet, too.
Yeah.
Boehm's going to give the ball to Ingram again, and he's going to take it in from 5 yards out, or they stop him on the 1. They're going to look it over and say that he got stopped on the 1-yard line.
Yep, about the half-yard line.
I'm looking, and Ingram getting his first carries of the season.
2nd down and goal.
He gains 4. It's 2nd down in the yard. Hawklets leading 14-0. And they're knocking on the door, and sneaky get into the end zone is Luke Boehm for the touchdown. And I say this tongue-in-cheek because that's, the play was called from the sidelines, but I'm Ingram, and I carry the ball all the way down to the 1. The quarterback takes it in. I'm going to smack him upside his head and say, wait a minute, give the ball back to me. I'm the one that got you there. And yes, I'm being facetious, folks.
We did a nice job carrying the ball, and about 6 Jags with him every time he gained 4 yards.
Oh, and Lawson in to attempt the extra point. Snap back, the ball is down, and the kick is up and good. So with 4:34 remaining here in the first half, it is 21-0. Rockhurst with the lead. Back with a kickoff after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Hi, this is Tony Reisinger, Sideline of Sports. Proud to announce that we are the
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Stephen Perch, at 816-795-6232.
4:34 remaining here in the first half. The Hawklets have opened up a 21-0 lead. And Lawson has kicked everything into the end zone. He's going to send this one high and deep, and Vavel recognized 5 yards deep and turns and trots to the sidelines.
And Trey's a really excellent returner. I'd hate to see him not get a chance here. It would mean so much for our Jags to be in good field position. As it is, they've got 80 yards to march here, and that's been tough going against the Rockhurst defensive line.
Care Now Urgent Care has 8 locations in the Kansas City metro, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That means that care is available when and where you need it. It's Care Now Urgent Care as Conrad's going to throw, and the pass is knocked down, incomplete, and getting up to knock it down. Tommy Eccles there to knock that one down.
Tommy was coming on a blitz, I believe.
I think you're right.
Off the outside, yeah.
So that'll stop the clock. 2nd and 10 with 4:29 remaining. 6 plays, 52 yards that drive for the Hawklets. And there's a pattern developing there.
Well, they've been very methodical, and we talked about that before the game. They've had success, and why wouldn't you be methodical with that offensive line that they have? That's good going on their part, but Jags desperately need to get some first downs here.
2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line, and before Conrad can get the play underway, we get timeout on the field.
I didn't see the play clock. They may have been running out of time.
Well, Tony Reisinger and Sideliner Sports are proud to be the trusted radio partner of the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. You can now listen to exciting Bearcats football on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. For more information on sponsorship, call Tony at 816-810-6557. That's 810-6557. Bearcats play tomorrow, and they're playing a day game, and they're playing Missouri Southern at Bearcat Stadium in Maryville, and we'll have the voice of the Bearcats, John Coffey, on Off the Wall with Tim Crone Monday night, starting at 6:15 right here on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. Our second quarter is brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Call 220-1100 for CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here. So after the timeout, it's 2nd down and 10. Twins come to the near side. Twy comes in motion, so there's trips to the near side. Koenig gets the handoff, trying to fight his way up the middle. He gets driven back, but if they give him forward progress, he'll get out to about the 23, and I make note of that because he ended up back on his backside at the 15, and as I say that, the ball was left at the 23-yard line, and Rockhurst has recovered, and a penalty against Blue Springs South has been declined, and Rockhurst will take over. And you know, the thing I was noting, Coach, they've started and basically had short fields on all 3 of their drives.
Very unfortunate, and the Eccles kid, I believe, got his hand on the ball when he started to drive the running back, and the ball popped out. Nice job by the Rockhurst Hawklets getting the ball loose.
Well, their longest drive was the last one when they started at their own 48 and went 52 yards for the score. Leading 21-0 with 4:21 to go here in the first half, and a chance to take advantage of yet another short field, and Luke Boehm is going to hand the ball off to Ingram, who will pick up yardage down to the 20-yard line. He's going to get 4, 2nd and 6.
Number 45, Jack McLiney, the ball carrier.
I take it back. I will. McLiney, who's been on the defensive side of the ball, getting a carry now, and he's the one who picked up the yardage.
Well, they've got time on their side, and they're taking their own sweet time and, like I said, methodically moving the ball. I think they're very well aware that the Jag defense has been on the field a lot, and that's tough to be catching those great big offensive linemen.
Shelton is the tailback out of the offset eye. He's going to get the handoff, and
great job.
He's going to get corralled
Number 1, Lance Shelton,
back at the 23-yard line.
Skyler Myers.
Was Myers the guy who got him?
Yeah, he defeated his blocker, did a great job, got around him, and got the running back before he got in light. They lost about 2 yards on the play. Great job by Skyler.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. And they're closer to the 22 after the spot. Matt Powell is in. He lines up on the wing. Boehm in the gun. He'll fake to Shelton. Looks to pass. Catches a little heat. Has a man out there inside the 5 at the 4. And the pass incomplete as they were looking for their tight end, Andrew Stafford.
Great coverage that time. Was that Brady Strickert, I believe?
Yeah, I think Strickert was the guy there.
Running with him stride for stride, timed his jump. It was a corner route to the end zone, and just tremendous coverage that time. So it's 4th down, and I'd love to see the Jags hold out Rockhurst this time.
4th and 9 from the 22, and they're going to try a field goal. And this one is going to be a 38-yard attempt. The ball will be spotted on the 28. Snap back. Lawson's kick on the way, end over end, and it is wide to the left. No good.
I thought we were going to get a hand on it. We had some people in there. I think it distracted the kicker. So nice job by the Jags. We were able to hold them out that time, and really in a situation where it was do or die. I think if Rockhurst marches down and gets that before the half, makes it really tough sledding in the second half to make a comeback. But if we can get the offense to do something in 2 minutes and 51 seconds, I think we're right back in the ball game.
It's interesting that he tried a little different, took a little different tack than he did his extra points. If he kicks the ball like he does his extra points, that ball sails through with no problem.
Right.
So Conrad will hand the ball off. And right now, Coach, it's tough sledding in the middle of the line.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of those kids play both ways, and that's kind of tough.
Dakota Koenig with a gain of a yard. We're down to 2.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. A 7-0 lead at the end of one. It's now 21-0 with touchdowns about 4 minutes apart. At the 8.5-minute mark and the 4.5-minute mark, as Conrad's going to throw over the middle. The pass wobbly and behind the intended receiver. Dykus is able to stop and haul it in at the 27. That was a good catch.
Yeah, just a little stop route there, but he did a nice job, and then he adjusted to the ball great. There was a throwing alley there that the quarterback, could see. So excellent execution there, and that's going to help loosen that secondary up a little bit.
Down to 1:50 to play in the first half, and it's 3rd down and 3. Need to get to the 30, and the high snap. Koenig's going to get it, and he's going to get stopped before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Progress may give him a yard, and that will call for a timeout. It'll be 4th down, and he's getting a better spot than I thought. He is completely on the other side of the 28-yard line as Stafford makes the tackle. So with 1:28 to go in the first half, we invite you to stay tuned for the halftime show presented by Joe Bowman and the folks at BR Carpet. For the best in flooring in Blue Springs, call 224-0777 or go online at brcarpet.net. Our second quarter brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs. Our first quarter presented by Rancho Grande Cantina.
Well, we got a punt here. Hopefully we can get the ball far enough that in 1:28 we can hold off Rockhurst. That's got to be the goal right now to give us a chance in the second half.
I'm going to ask you a crazy question, because this would be a crazy situation to try to pick up 2 yards on 4th down. But
entirely unexpected.
And I'm not saying go for it. I'm saying let Myers make his choice.
Right.
And I'm sure as a punter, he's got that discretion. I mean, what happens if you don't get it?
Well, the only thing is, at this point in the game with the fatigue setting in, it's kind of tough to hold them out from it would be around the 25-yard line.
Snap is good. They put a little pressure on and they make sure they contain him. And Krajcik is going to catch it at the 44 and take it into Jags territory inside their 45. And they're saying that he hit the turf at the 43-yard line after a 28-yard punt, which is right at Skylar Myers' average of 28.4 yards per kick.
Steven Swingle did a great job on the coverage and made a tremendous open field tackle.
Jeremiah Vasquez-Gray in on the tackle for the Jags. 1 minute, 17 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and 10, starting again, short field at the 43-yard line. And they're going to bring Twins to the near side with a man in the slot, so technically 3 receivers right. And Luke Boehm is going to throw. Now he fires long. He's got a man wide open at the 20-yard line is Coit, and he is in for the touchdown.
Had to be a mix-up in coverage. I didn't see anybody close to him. Lined up at the wide receiver, and I think he ran a stop and go. Very unfortunate.
43-yard touchdown completion.
1:06 to play here in the quarter. That one good for 43 yards. Luke Boehm with his second touchdown pass of the game, though this one went very much according to plan. The first time around, he had to ad-lib as they were going to run the ball, and the running back went the wrong way, and he was able to recover and find his tight end, Jalen Creighton, for the 4-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter to open things up. Owen Lawson in to attempt the extra point, which will make it 28-0. And he boots it through, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Extra point, he's very comfortable, but on the field goal.
Yeah, he tried to worry about the distance, and I don't think he would have had to.
1:06 to go, first half. 28-0 Rockhurst. Back with a Hawklets kickoff after this 30-second timeout on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Swim Things is proud to be celebrating 45 outstanding years serving the Blue Springs community. Whether you need a pool, a spa, patio furniture, or swimwear, the professionals at Swim Things are there to lend a helping hand. Swim Things is honored to be selected as one of the top 50 pool builders in America and the trusted partner of dozens of high school and community swim teams in our area. Swim Things is located at 3010 South.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist at Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental assistance, come see us. Locally owned and operated here in Blue Springs.
We'll go back, and if everything that has happened in the first half continues to happen, he'll watch Lawson kick the ball into the end zone again. And I say that's a form of a compliment, because this guy is good.
He is good, and it really takes pressure off the Rockhurst special teams, but I'd sure love to see Trey Babel get to run one back.
Because he's got the kind of quickness that Columbia Rockbridge had.
Yeah.
And they had a little success, and he goes after it, but it still ends up 8 yards deep. But it was a line drive, and I think he had hope that he could go back and catch it on the line before it got into the end zone.
Right, and we'll remind the folks at home that in high school, you're not able to run the ball out of the end zone. If it goes in the end zone, it's an automatic dead ball, and the balls come to the 20 for the offense. So,
you know, Coach, we talked about how there are some rules that are the same, some that are different. This is one that I'm glad is the same.
Yeah, it's a good rule.
Yeah, you don't. A lot of things happen on kickoffs, and most of them aren't good. Conrad's going to throw. He steps up, looks to unload, goes across the middle instead, has a first down as he finds his receiver at the 30-yard line. Making the grab for the Jags is Tony Roach, and he's going to pick up close to 14 yards and a first down.
2 inside receivers streak, and Tony Roach ran the square in And that's one of the few times tonight we've had time in protection with passing, so great job.
Conrad rolls to the right, fires, and I think he completed the pass along the far side. He threw the ball low at the 39.
Completion of number 21, Ryan Dykus.
Ryan Dykus hauls it in at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 with a half a minute to go. He's got Roach to the near side. I'd like to see if he's got enough time to throw it deep. Roach is going to run deep, and Conrad doesn't have enough time. He had to get out of the pocket and is stopped short of the original line, or the line of scrimmage on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, and unless they call timeout, that's going to be the last play.
It's going to be the last play of the half. We're down to 2, 1, and that's the end of the first half. So it has been all Rockhurst here in the first half. 3 second quarter touchdowns, and they turned a 7-0 game into a 28-0 lead here at the intermission, and we invite you to stay tuned for our halftime show with Tony Reisinger, brought to you by Joe Bowman and the folks at BR Carpet after this timeout from Vision Sports on Real Country 10.
On this edition of JAG TV, we look into an upcoming event on Main Street and see what Community Unity Week is all about. This is JAG TV.
Broadcasting from the Jaguar studio in the heart of Blue Springs South High School. This is award-winning JAG TV.
Welcome to this edition of JAG TV. I'm Madeline Paget.
And I'm Evan Cook.
Every fall, the city of Blue Springs gets excited for this incredible annual event.
Here's Robert to tell us all about Fall Fun Fest.
What have you been planning to do this fall? Focus on school or work? Or does a bit of an extension on your summer break sound a lot better? I thought so. This very Friday, the annual Blue Springs Fall Fun Festival will be occurring. I was able to get a chance to speak to Dixie Robinson, who is a part of the Blue Springs Chamber of Commerce, to find out what we can expect to be different this time around.
We have a lot of great things coming to Fall Fun Fest this year. There are a lot of things that we've had that people get used to, like Timmy Burgers and our carnival and our parade. But we actually have quite a few new vendors coming, things that you're all going to want to look forward to. But most importantly, we have our live white tiger exhibit coming to the Blue Springs Fall Fun Festival. They're 2 siblings, about 3 or 4 years old, and you're going to be able to go in and talk with their handlers and watch them feed and ask questions and interact with them. And so that's the most exciting and newest thing that we have coming.
Sounds amazing, right? Well, to further your interest just a little bit more, I got a chance to speak to Catherine Wilbers, who is one of the leaders of the Timmy Burger booth at this year's Fall Fun Fest. I asked her about what she thought of the upcoming event.
My husband and I have been volunteering at the Timmy Burger booth for about 20 years, so that's what I do at Fall Fun Fest. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's a good time with a lot of friends from my church and a really good burger.
This festival will be open from Friday, September 14th to Sunday, September 16th. It will be occurring down at 1000 West Main Street in Blue Springs. And for further information, go to bluespringsfallfestival.com. I hope a lot of people come on down for this truly fantastical experience. This has been Robert Dell with JAG TV.
Thanks, Robert. Sounds like a great way to spend a weekend.
Yeah, and I can't believe they're getting white tigers. We'll have to go down to see that.
Yeah, but here at South, we have something exciting happening too. Here's Grant to tell us about what Jaguars are doing for the community.
Blue Springs South has been hosting Community Unity Week for as long as the school has been around. This year, Senate tells us why they're so excited.
My favorite part about Community Unity Week is getting to collect up all the stuff and see just how much the school has donated, and then getting to go to Community Services League, and they have to actually bring in a truck to hold all of the stuff that we donate, because they don't even have space in their building to hold everything that they donate. So
Make sure to bring in items to your 5th hour so that you can fill the bingo board and so that we can defeat Blue Springs by bringing in more items.
Community Services League is an organization that helps to collect food and make sure that it gets distributed to people in our area. It works as sort of as the local food bank.
your teacher communications come and count up all of the items that you get, and then we box it up, we count all the items, and then we take it off to Community Services League for you guys.
So this is a real opportunity for Blue Springs South to continue a tremendous legacy that we started years ago.
Again, Community Unity Week here at Blue Springs South is held on September 17th through the 21st. We hope to see all you Jacks participate by bringing in your non-perishable items and canned goods as we try and bring in more items in Blue Springs High School. For JAG TV, I'm Grant Wall. Back to you.
Thanks, Grant. This summer, the Blue Springs School District welcomed some furry friends. 2 canine officers, Ado and Juno, were paired with Officer Russ and Officer Devin and are specifically trained to enhance our school safety. But there is something a little different about these pups, their social skills. Along with their assigned tasks, these dogs have been trained to interact with students and staff. So don't be afraid to say hello to our new Paw Patrol here at South.
And I'm sure you've heard rumors about new devices since the bond issue passed. The new devices are expected to be Surface Go tablets. Testing will begin in 2 to 3 weeks with students in the Senate, and it's expected that seniors will be the first to receive devices in October. Mr. Bogue here at South says it could be a little longer or shorter, depending on when Microsoft ships the tablets.
After the break, we find out the latest in South teachers, sports, and reminders, and more when JAG TV returns.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Stephen Perch, at 816-795-6232.
Buddy, what are you doing?
Watching a cow.
Oh, what's it doing?
Impressions.
The Egg White Grill, so you can bring on the day.
So I had gotten a chip in my tooth, and I was obviously mortified. I hadn't seen a dentist in quite a number of years. I had seen the advertisement for Dahlquist Dental on JAG TV, and I gave them a call. They fixed me up. It was phenomenal. The people were great. I have since had 2 fillings for cavities, regular cleans, and I have no interest in seeing another dentist. They're great. They do great stuff, great people, and I'm definitely going to keep going back.
What's up, Jag Nation? Tristan Harris here with this week's sports updates. Last Friday, our varsity football squad had a huge game against the Lee Summit West Titans. Our Jaguars had an amazing game. Just look at this beautiful run from senior running back Dakota Koenig.
Well, I was going to say, that's certainly no pushover.
No.
And it is, again, going to be Koenig. Left side. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Blue Springs South.
The game ended in a tough 43-13 loss. Make sure to come show your support for our football team this Friday at home against Rockhurst High School. Girls softball remains undefeated after a huge 10-1 victory against our crosstown rival Blue Springs High School. Last Tuesday in that game we had some huge performances, including a home run and 3 RBIs by sophomore Tori Bradley. This coming week will be jam-packed with games from rain delays this week. Girls volleyball keeps rolling with a big win against Grain Valley last Tuesday. The matchup went only 2 sets before we could claim victory. Senior Hannah Lepore had an impressive performance with 8 kills to lead our Jaguars to a win. On Thursday, we hosted Park Hill and added another win to our record by winning the first 2 sets. Just look at this impressive spike from senior Hannah Lepore. We played 2 impressive sets to win the competition. Thursday, we head to Raymore Peculiar for a tough matchup and to keep our undefeated season going. This has been Tristan Harris with Jag TV. Now to Jackson, Maine with some reminders.
Thanks, Tristan. First off, there will be a college planning and financial aid night for seniors from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. on September 11th. As for Blue Spring South itself, the first grading period will end on September 21st. Now let's move on to the homecoming events at the end of this month. First is the homecoming parade on September 27th at 6 p.m. The next day, students at South can get their picture retakes, have their grade cards issued out, and can go see the homecoming football game later that night on the 28th. And finally, I hope you have been taking some dance lessons because the homecoming parade starts at 7 p.m. on the 29th of September with its shockingly great theme, Electric Love. Well, that's all for reminders. Now here's Tristan with City State Nation.
Thanks, Jack. Here's what's going on in Blue Springs. A new IHOP just recently opened on Coronado and is now accepting job applications, and the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department is planning to make renovations to the Beers Old Mill Park, including replacing the tennis court with a splash pad and replacing the existing playground with a new playground. In statewide news, the Kansas City Zoo is planning to bring the experience of the ocean to Kansas City residents by adding an aquarium, the construction of which will include around 750,000 gallons of salt water, and is expected to be finished by the spring of 2022. In addition, the Missouri Department of Revenue has asked for an extension to comply with the Real ID Act, or else come October 10th, driver's licenses from Missouri and other non-compliant states will no longer be accepted as identification at airports without a passport. And finally, in national news, Florida was recently hit by a tropical storm called Gordon. Only 1 death has been reported so far, but the storm could be a potential threat to the rest of the Gulf Coast, and as such, a hurricane warning has been put in place. In addition, during a sting operation, the FBI recovered the pair of ruby slippers worn by actress Judy Garland in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, which were previously stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in Minnesota back in 2005. That's it for City State Nation. This is Tristan Davis of Jag TV. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Big Frog. This is our store. These are our t-shirts. This is our printer. It's really fast. These are our professional graphic designers, our free professional graphic designers. At Big Frog, you can have the shirt you want, fun, fast, and price-striped. We stock all kinds of apparel in tons of colors and styles, and we have a 24-hour turnaround. That means no more waiting forever for your order to arrive in the mail. We love what we do here at Big Frog, so bring your team, club, family, and friends to Big Frog in Independence, where fun is always celebrated.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
Welcome back, Jags. For the past several years, our Jaguar pride has marched its way up the national rankings.
Last year, they made it to the finals of the Super Regionals in Indiana. This year, they're aiming even higher. Here's Reese with the scoop on our very own Jaguar pride.
Throughout the summer, Jaguar Pride has been working hard to pull the season's show together. This year, it's called One Step Closer and utilizes staircases on the field as well as many innovative marching band techniques.
The one really cool, amazing part about band, different than some other classes, is there's just a giant team. So you're constantly asking students to be a part of a giant team. For instance, like our team's 189 students this year, and it's 189 starters, if you will, on an athletic team, but it's also 189 students in 4 different classes. This year it's actually 5 different classes that have to come together at one time, and we do the product in front of everybody.
After their success in the last season, they aim to push the standard even further.
We're doing a lot more physical activity and we're playing a lot less. So kind of like going more full out in the BOA styled show, which is what they do. They do a lot more physical activity and a lot more performing with their faces. And we're playing a lot less, which allows us to have more energy to be able to perform and express more.
Outside of football games, Jaguar Pride also competes at multiple competitions throughout the season. But they don't perform just for scores. They perform because it's what they love doing.
I really love when we put the whole show together and we're able to watch it as a performance, and you just see how all the pieces click together and it just sounds really cool and it looks really cool and it gives off this really cool vibe.
Music's one of those things that, it's got to be 100% or else it's not as much fun. Even music at 96% just has too many wrong notes, too many wrong things. So really trying to work for that level of perfection is a very challenging and fun opportunity. And it's pretty great to be able to put it on display every week or weekend for judges or parents or a football crowd or anybody else who might happen to show up.
Make sure to check out Jaguar Pride at our next home game. I'm Reese Betts for JAG TV.
Thanks, Reese. Sounds like it's going to be a good season. Now, we have some amazing teachers here at South. It's impossible to spotlight all of them, so Chase is here to tell us about a couple of teachers who really stand out.
We have many new teachers here at South. One of those teachers is Miss Goebel in the English department.
I teach right now 4 classes of sophomores, and then I teach the dual credit English 110 class.
Another new teacher is Mr. Leonard. He is a new special education teacher. He has been teaching for 10 years as an instructional assistant in districts around the area. If you see these teachers in the halls, be sure to welcome them to South. I'm Chase McGraw for JAG TV.
Thanks, Chase. We have a story coming up about our great school spirit, but what if you can't make it to the game to show yours? Luckily, JAG TV has you covered. We broadcast every home game online to make sure that you don't miss a moment of Jaguar football, basketball, soccer, or volleyball. We even broadcast some live choir concerts and band competitions. All you have to do is head to jagtvnews.com and click Watch Live to see the action. That's jagtvnews.com.
And a huge congratulations to the Raider team at Blue Springs South. They placed first out of 24 teams this week, taking the title of Grand Champions at the Clinton Raider meet. Nick Herman also won first place on the male physical fitness test. A great start for the Raider team this year, and we look forward to hearing about their continued success as the season goes on. Jaguar football has had an exciting season so far. The games have been pretty intense.
Yeah, and South has managed to bring unrivaled school spirit to every game. The credit might be due to some particularly rowdy fans who wear boxing gloves. Who are these front row fighters? Isaac is going to tell us more.
The students here at Blue Springs South always look forward to Fridays, not because we get to sleep in tomorrow or the weekend's coming up, but because of football and Friday Night Lights. And it's not just the players that are excited, but also the fans, the superfans that is. The superfans have been an organization of boys at South that allow our players to feed off the student sex's energy by getting them lit and wild. Every year there is always one captain, and that title is passed down from superfan generation to superfan generation. Last year it was JAG TV alumni Patterson Fallis. This year it is the one and only Kale Sikowitz. He's been leading the student section for the first 2 games and it's been pretty successful. However, not many may know what being a superfan actually means, so I went and asked a couple of my fellow superfans and asked for their thoughts on the matter.
It means the whole world to me. It means supporting the school.
It means getting the student section hyped up.
It means supporting your teams even when they're 0-3.
See what I mean about Jaguar spirit? I gotta say, that's one of my favorite things about Jaguar football games. Well, that's all for this edition of Jag TV.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and at jagtvnews.com. I'm Madeline Paget.
And I'm Evan Cook. We'll see you next week on Jag TV.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Sign up today.
School year, receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order when you enter the promo code BSSD40. Go to papajohns.com and enter promo code BSSD40. Papa John's will donate 10% of your order's cost to the BSSD Activities Program and the Blue Springs Education Foundation. Welcome back as we get set to start quarter number 3. It's 28-0. A touchdown pass on a busted play of 4 yards in the first quarter from Luke Boehm to Jalen Creighton to make it 7-0. And then in the second quarter, starting at the 8:36 mark, when Purcell scored from 16 yards out, about 4 minutes and 2 seconds later at the 4:34 mark, Luke Boehm crashed in from 1 yard out, and then with 1:06 to go, he throws a 43-yard touchdown pass to Joe Coit to make it 28-0, and now they get the football. And Luke Fellers is going to boot it away for the Jags. They're going to pooch kick it over the top. Bounces at 35, and that's where it is going to be caught and covered out at the 36.
Good idea. I saw the ball bounce around just a little bit, so it had an opportunity, and they've got the ball at the 35. That's after a decent run back. We're not able to kick it into the end zone, so you worry about the run back, and we didn't do a good job against Ray Peck of covering the middle of the field on the kickoff return. So not a bad idea. Let's hope the Jags can get a 3-and-out here and get the offense moving.
First half numbers were, as you might guess, a little one-sided. And Rockhurst is going to start out of the I formation here in the second half. They'll send a man in motion. That's Stafford. Give it to the tailback, who will fight his way out to the 40-yard line. And that was, I believe, Creighton, Jalen Creighton.
Credit the defense. Did a good job coming off the ball. Held it to about looks like a 3-yard gain. Nice job by the linebackers filling. That's an old-fashioned ISO play. The fullback went to the defensive end, and they had two on one blocking, and linebackers did a good job filling in to stop the play.
You know, we were talking
Gain of 3 yards.
last couple weeks ago, I think it was, Coach, about Rockhurst and what they do offensively, as Boehm is going to look one way, come back the other, and the pass is caught at the 45-yard line, and the tight end, Stafford, is dropped in his tracks, the 45. He's tackled by the Jags' Booker and Opdahl.
Opdahl was the other one, yeah. They did a nice job.
But Rockhurst may spread the field and do all that other kind of stuff, but they're going to run basic Tony Severino running plays that he used 35 years ago.
Yeah, and what you heard what Coach Euler said, they just don't make mistakes.
Now they line up old-fashioned I formation. Creighton gets the handoff, and he's going to be short of the first down marker as they run off tackle. He gets to the 46.
So it's 4th down now. We'll see if Rockhurst decides to punt or go for it on 4th down in their own side of the territory. Yeah, but it looks like they're not bringing the punting team on the field.
Gain of 1 yard.
Strickert makes the tackle.
Yeah, they just do such a good job of execution.
Our third quarter brought to you by your Blue Springs independent insurance agent, Kevin Hangtime Hornick. They're going to give the ball to the tailback Creighton on the option, and he's going to get to the corner and get down the sideline, run out of bounds inside the 25 at the 24. And I thought the first time they were going to give it to Ingram, and he was stopped.
You know, they did a nice job on the fake. I thought they had given the ball to the fullback also, but it was a true triple option that time. The quarterback had somebody in his face, so he pitched at the running back, and we just didn't have enough people out there. So they got a big gain. They're down first down and inside our 25-yard line.
Well, Boehm probably could have gotten the first down on his own, but
Right.
Creighton went way down the far sideline before Darian Booker was able to run him down at the 24-yard line. So it's first down and 10. And one thing that they have done is Boehm goes all the way at the quarterback spot, but Creighton's about their fourth running back, and he's going to take the handoff, still going. Tried to bounce off a tackle and get to the far corner, and retreats back outside the 20 after being inside the 20. He'll still gain a couple of yards, make it 4, and bring up second down and 6.
Once again, the offensive line's doing a nice job for Rockhurst, and our linebackers are really making adjustments pretty well to limit them to 4 yards there. Running back got a little too cute, tried to make too many yards and tackled himself.
And we're going to get an official's timeout, and that'll tell you a little bit about Hang Time Hornick of the Premier Network. You need to call him at 600-0888 and ensure that you're getting the best insurance at the best price and the personalized service you deserve.
By a really, really good man.
Yes, sir. Under center, the handoff. Fullback cracking his way inside the 20 down close to the 15-yard line, and that's Ingram once again. And the thing about going with an independent agent is he can shop around and find you the best deal.
Number 9, Anthony Orlando.
Going to be about a yard short. 8:50 remaining here in the third, which has been scoreless so far. It's third down in the yard. Boehm under center. He will give the ball. No, he's going to keep it. They're going to run the option. Creighton's going to get it, and he gets tripped up to 15, but falls to the 14, and that for the first down.
Yeah, still they held him to a couple on that play. Really, that was a nice job defending the triple option. We tackled the fullback, forced the pitch from the quarterback, and a defensive back came up and stopped the pitch man on the outside sweep after the pitch. So nice job covering it. They just got enough for the first down.
Clock runs with 8.5 minutes to go. They can get down just inside the 5 before picking to pick up another first down. And they will send Cooper Krasik along with Clint Purcell, split wide left, running out of the offset eye. And the handoff to Creighton. He's going to get hit in the backfield, and he's going to be chased, and they've got a hold of him. He eventually gets away and fights his way back to the 21-yard line.
We did a great job of defeating blocks, and that was just one-on-one blocking. That's that ISO play. We defeated the blocks and got in and got him in the backfield. So great determination by the Jaguar defense just then. Once again, I'm afraid we're going to get worn down. They've had the ball a long time already after a long first half.
Aiden Birdwell makes the tackle. He's a sophomore defensive lineman.
Second down and 19.
So he ends up losing yardage, about 9. It's second and 19. And they're back outside the 22, between the 22 and the 23-yard line at the near hash mark. And Boehm is in the gun, claps for the ball, fakes the handoff, gives it to Clayton on the wing back around, and he's going to get inside the 20 and slip a tackle down to the 18-yard line.
I think this says a lot about the Jags. I'm looking over there. I see about 6 guys get up off the pile. That's great team pursuit and really a gutty performance by the defense after they've been on the field as long as they have. So nice job. Third and about 4.
And coming off the field defensively with a little bit of a limp is Nashon Rick.
Third down.
3rd and 14. Still need to get down.
14. I was looking at 3rd and 4.
Yeah, no, they got to get
Great
another 10
job.
more. Play action fake. Now Boehm is going to set the throw, being chased, flips it into the end zone, and the pass is caught. Touchdown.
Well, I don't know. It looked like maybe he didn't get his feet in, but that was a really nice job by the quarterback getting out, throwing it right to the sideline.
Joe Coit makes the catch. An 18-yard touchdown pass to make it 34-0. And we had to wait simply because from here we couldn't tell, even with binoculars on the play, if he'd been able to hang on to the ball and get his feet in bounds.
Yeah,
we could
right,
see he caught it.
Right on the sideline. In fact, he kicked over the pylon.
6:19 remaining in the third. And Lawson back to attempt the extra point, which he booms through. And with 6:19 to play in the third, it's now Rockhurst 35, Blue Springs South nothing. Back with a Hawklet kickoff after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist at Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental assistance, come see us. Locally owned and operated here in Blue Springs. Dahlquist Dental.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
A Plains Capital Company is an equal housing lender.
"36 yards on the drive, 18 of it covered by the Boehm to Coit touchdown pass. The kick does not go into the end zone. It goes out of bounds at about the 10, maybe the 8, where they threw the flag. And that's going to bring the ball back out to the 35-yard line. So the Jags are going to get the ball in good field position. First time tonight they haven't started at the 20 after a kickoff. And they're going to stop play. And this will be a hydration timeout on a rather warm night. And that'll give us an opportunity to talk about our friends at CarStar Blue Springs. They're the preferred auto body repair facility of Vision Sports and proud to support the Cats and Jags. Located on eastbound 40 Highway just west of Woods Chapel Road, CarStar Blue Springs. Give them a call at 220-1100. And our third quarter brought to you by your Blue Springs independent insurance agent, Kevin Hornick of the Premier Network. Kevin's number 600-0888. Still rather warm, Coach. 79 degrees.
And very humid.
Twy's going to come to the near side along with Dykus. And Conrad is going to give it to Dakota Koenig. And, you know, Dakota got away early for a couple runs, but after that, he's been a marked man, and every time he touches the ball, there's some defenders all over him. He's had a tough time getting loose.
The Rockhurst defensive line is so much bigger than the Jags. Like I said, I believe it's starting to wear down on them.
5:50 remaining here in the third. 35-0. Twins near side. Man in the slot. Conrad's going to throw. Swings it on and out. And the ball is caught. Dykus hauls it in. At the 44-yard line, he'll be a yard short.
Nice timing route, and then Dykus came back and got the ball, which is something you teach all receivers to do. The defensive back was right there, but because Dykus made such a good effort to get back for the ball, we have a completion there. 3rd and short. Hopefully we can pick up this first down.
just shy of the 44-yard line. They've got to get to the 45, so in effect, a long 1, short 2. And the handoff, Koenig goes straight ahead. He's going to get the first down as he bowls his way out to the 47-yard line.
Offensive line just comes off the ball and creates a hole, and we were able to pick up the first down there.
First conversion of a third down play today as Tim Glazer makes the tackle for the Hawklets. It's just been one of those nights.
Yeah.
And it comes against a very, very good football team. Conrad's going to throw on first down. He has to swing it out. Koenig is there and was thrown off balance after making the catch. And he ends up falling down, and then they lay upon him, and he loses a yard back to the 46.
You know, I'm just sitting here thinking about the games we've covered for the Jags, and if it's possible to say this and not look too dumb, I think they're playing better football than they did at the first part of the year, and they're struggling against a really good team, but I think they've improved.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt.
Execution, yeah.
And with all due respect to our friends in Raytown, the caliber of competition tonight is a whole lot better.
Absolutely.
To the near side, a couple of receivers. Conrad, a quick one-step drop, throws it out, and he had to throw the ball away because jumping the route was Luke Looney, the safety. And if he had thrown the ball to the receiver, it probably would have been picked off going the other way.
Yeah, that's a little bit dangerous for the safety, but he picked a good route and made Connor throw the ball over him. So good job of defending that by positioning there.
You know, I take a look at Rockhurst's schedule coming up, Coach, and they get to play Blue Valley next week, Bishop Miege the week after that, and then Columbia Battle, and then they go to CBC.
So, yeah, they've got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they do, as good as they are. Conrad's going to throw on third down, flips it out. Koenig makes the catch and cuts back, gets in the clear. He's to the 40. He's to the 30, straight up the middle. Coming back to the near side and then stumbles and falls at the 20-yard line. He made his cut and then lost his balance, staggered forward for a couple of more yards, and is down on the 19. And they're in the red zone for the first time tonight offensively. And that's brought to you by your ECS Capital Investments Advisor, Eric Sporing. If you want to provide for your children's education or prepare for a comfortable retirement, Eric's your man at 510-9067. So it's first down and 10. And the handoff. Koenig gets free, fights his way down to the 16-yard line before he's driven back. And there are a host of Hawklets there. In on the tackle. Krazik was in there. Also Looney. So they had a number of players in on the stop.
You know, we talk about over pursuit all the time, and that's exactly what Rockhurst did on that play.
High snap. Conrad brings it down, and he gives it to Dakota Koenig, who spins and is hit at the 15-yard line.
Big third down here inside the red zone. Third and about 7. Third and about 7.
Third down and 6.
Third down and 6, they tell me. Looks like 7 to me, Coach.
I think it's 7, Coach.
Hey, thanks for sticking up for me, man.
1:15. Hey, what are friends for? Minute 15 to go. Play clock down to 10. Brett Shelton to split wide to the right side. They've got 2 there. And they're going to flip the ball out of the backfield, out onto the flat, looking for Dakota Koenig in the pass. Incomplete. They're saying it was a forward pass because if it were a lateral, that would be a free ball.
Right, that's just a little swing pass. That's what they ran. They had such a big play on before. Just couldn't quite get the timing down to complete it. So looks like we're going to go for it on fourth down here.
Yeah, the clock is running, and we're down to half a minute to go. They get to snap it one more time here in the third quarter. Play clock at 18, game clock at 24. Dykus is in the slot. They've got trips to one side, twins to the other side, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Blue Springs South with 11 seconds to go here in the quarter. So they take their first called timeout of the second half, and that'll give us an opportunity to tell you about St. Mary's Medical Center, where your health is our calling. We vow to treat you with respect, be a shoulder to lean on, and do whatever it takes. Visit stmaryskc.com. That's stmaryskc.com. What do you do here? Did you see something you didn't like defensively? I mean, they had a wide open set. One of the few times we've seen 5 receivers out.
They had some confusion between the receivers. They didn't know whether he was supposed to be on the line or off the line, and it got down under 5 seconds of the play clock, and I think they wanted to. This is the best opportunity they've had all night, so they don't want to mess that up with a procedure call. Of course, that being said, who knows why they
4th down and 6. So they're going to go for it here, and I hear my uncle's voice saying, no guts, no glory. And I think at this point, as we get yet another timeout, this time taken by Rockhurst.
Rockhurst did not have enough coverage people to cover all the wideouts. It was an empty backfield set, so they had 5 wide receivers or 5 receivers, and Rockhurst felt like they didn't have everybody covered.
Well,
it looks like.
Yeah, Vision Sports is committed to the Buy Blue Springs campaign. We do business with our sponsors and encourage you to consider our sponsors when you're in the need of their products or services. It's important to buy local. Please remember to buy Blue Springs. We do at Vision Sports. So eventually we're going to get to the last play of the third quarter.
Well, eventually maybe people run out of timeouts. So.
Well, each team has used 1 here in the quarter. 11 seconds left. The set has remained the same, so Blue Springs South has decided upon their play, and they're confident in it. And then as I say that, they look over the sidelines to let them read the defense and make the play call. Out of the gun, they're going to throw the fade into the corner of the end zone, and they overshoot the intended receiver, Tony Roach, and it'll go over to Rockhurst on downs.
Fade route and a decent pass. We had pretty good coverage, a little bit of incidental contact, but I believe the ball was thrown just a little bit too far to make the hook up there. That's too bad. Big opportunity by the Jags.
And their best scoring opportunity of the night, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it was 28-0 Rock at the half. They lead 35-0 going into the fourth quarter. After this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
Discount to employees of the Blue Springs School District. Experience the nice difference in auto repair at Christian Brothers Automotive, a faith-based auto repair facility. Call 816-795-6811. Visit them online at christianbrothersautomotive.com.
Start the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel. Locally owned and family operated, and Rockhurst will give the ball to Lance Shelton. And his first down carry will result in about 3 yards. Make it 4.
Loss of 1 yard on the carry.
And they're calling that a loss of yard.
No. Okay, I looked at where they were back at the 10, and they were at the 15, and they ended up losing a yard. You're correct. That's because I'm paying attention to something else other than watching the play. Platte County, as we look at the scoreboard at the half, leading Grain Valley by 2 at 17-15. On the second down play, there's a flag thrown at the end of the play, and the running play resulted in loss of another yard and a personal foul, face mask against the defense.
There was a fake toss sweep, and the quarterback turned and ran up the middle. They did a good job of defending it, but face mask penalty is going to give them Rockhurst a first down here.
15-yard penalty.
That'll give us a chance to check the in-game scoreboard from prepskc.com, brought to you by Christian Brothers Automotive
The 28-yard line.
at 19600 East 40 Highway in Independence. Faith-based and proud to cheer for the Cats and Jags. It says read a couple of scores. I think I've got more than that. Flag is going to be thrown on first down before Luke Boehm can get the play underway. There in the third quarter, Ray Peck with a 21-14 lead over Belton. Third quarter, 21-14. Park Hill with a lead at Lee Summit North. Halftime, 21-7. Lee Summit West leads Rockbridge. Halftime, 17-7. Lee Summit leads Blue Springs in Lee Summit. So they'll try to get the first down play underway again after the procedure penalty, back to the 24 and the handoff. There's not a lot of room over there to run, Coach. There's a lot of open turf, but the defense is closing it up quickly.
Did a nice job. They've run basically ISO plays to the right side that time. The defense have really swarmed to the ball.
We're under 10 minutes to play in the game. Going to be a loss of a couple of more. It's second down and 17, and part of the reason could be we're seeing some second-team guys, and the handoff is given to a new running back, Samuel Johnson, and Danny Stiegel is the quarterback.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
And so far around, the Hawklets offense on this particular series is going backward towards the end zone that Blue Springs South would like to get into.
Right.
But here's the thing, it's 35-0, and the clock runs merrily along, and like you say, this is not Coach Severino's first rodeo, and he's getting some young men, young players who don't normally play Friday nights under the lights a chance to do so. And they're going to throw, and the quarterback is going to be hauled down. Stegall will be tackled back around the 10.
Number 11, Danny Stegall with the ball.
So Stegall
Sacked by number 4
will get sacked in a punting situation, first of the night for Rockhurst.
Good pursuit by the defense that time. We had linebackers come up and make the play. So fourth and about, forever.
They've got to get to the 38-yard line for the first down.
Probably will get the ball inside the area that their first down would have come from.
Need to get 26 yards for the first. Clock running. They'll kick out of the end zone. And their punter is going to hit it high, and it's going to bounce at the 45 and is going to be downed as it takes a backward bounce and be down to the 42-yard line after the punt by Casey O'Halloran.
So once again, the Jags now have a chance getting the ball inside Rockhurst's 50-yard line, so we'll see if we can do something with it and maybe get down and get a score.
That would be the goal. Problem is the clock working against you. 7.5 minutes to play. They're at the half. 14-10, Liberty North leading Liberty. I think that would be a bit of an upset, according to some. They're going to empty the backfield. A 3-by-2 set, 2 to the short side of the field. Conrad to throw, catches some heat and overthrows the intended receiver. who had a defender on his back as he was looking to, and I guess did he catch it and then lose it, or did they pick it off? Pass is intercepted.
I didn't see that. That's
I didn't either. Josh Moore picked it off.
Let's check the replay.
Yeah, let's go to the film. Where's Call New York? Fort Osage as they approach the half, leading Northtown. The score in that one is 6-0.
Rockwood's have possession, first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
So they've got it at the 35. You think you're having a good night when things like that happen, Coach?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
kind of tough.
It's Halloween.
And the reason why, honestly, the coach was screened on the play is the pass coming to the near sideline, and then all of a sudden the ball disappears when they approach the sideline because players are standing there. Got a new quarterback, and he's going to hand the ball off. Nick Smart is a quarterback slash defensive end, a 6'4", 215-pound junior, and he's going to hand the ball off. I believe that was Shelton. They've got a couple of guys who are about that height that are in the huddle, and he got nailed for a loss of about 4. Johnson is listed at 5'8", so he could have been a candidate, but Shelton is about that same size, and they're going to let the play clock run down and take a penalty. With 5:15 left, they'll stop it now with 5:17 to go, and Rockhurst actually took a timeout. So we'll take timeout as well here in the fourth quarter. Hawklets lead at 35.
Welcome to Big Frog. This is our store. These are our t-shirts. This is our printer. It's really fast. These are our professional graphic designers, our free professional graphic designers. At Big Frog, you can have the shirt you want, fun, fast, and priced right. We stock all kinds of apparel in tons of colors and styles, and we have a 24-hour turnaround. That means no more waiting forever for your order to arrive in the mail. We love what we do here at Big Frog, so bring your team, club, family, and friends to Big Frog in Independence, where fun is always celebrated.
Online at orirestrooms.com.
.17 remaining here in the game. 35-0. Rockhurst with the lead. And Nick Smart, their junior quarterback, is in. He's listed at 6'4", and he's going to drop back to pass. He's being chased. He picks up a crushing block, gets to the 30, 35, down he goes. There's a penalty flag. Flag is thrown back the part of the block where it was thrown. Will Hansen obliterated a Blue Springs defender, and they discussed the penalty, patted each other on the back and said nice hit, and away they go. 4:50 remaining in the game. I thought it was a good block.
I did too.
But
we missed the interception too.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, we're the only ones that didn't see the interception. I mean, I turn over and look, and the spotter, Livy Reisinger, has who intercepted the pass. Hang time, our statistician had already written it down on his stat sheet and was going, oh, it was picked off.
Can they please let us know something once in a while?
Yeah. I mean, we're only busy. What were we busy doing?
Good question.
It's one of those nights. Ball goes back to the 11-yard line. It's second down and 24, and the quarterback, Smurt, is going to keep it, and he will get out to the 14 before he gets planted. And he was tackled and hit by a couple of defenders and driven back. And the clock drops under 4 minutes to play in this one. A first quarter touchdown, 3 second quarter touchdowns, and a third quarter TD for Rockhurst. They've kind of had this one in control. most of the way.
But once again, and we've said this too many times probably, but very methodical, typical Rockhurst team. Not a lot of fancy stuff, but just very, very sound execution.
And they're going to throw it on second down and long. Young man got an arm. He lets it fly, and the ball is caught at the 47, taken into Blue Springs South territory at the 48-yard line. Clint Purcell is there to catch it.
Clint just went up in the air and took it away from the defensive backs. He's a little kid, but he out-jumped them for the ball.
Luke Fellers was the defender. He's 6'2", and Purcell at 5'8", but he knew where the ball was and timed his leap properly, and that's a 48-yard completion for the Hawklets. Down to 2:40 to go in the ball game. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel. Locally owned and family operated. They remind you, do not text and drive. There's a handoff. And a flag is going to be thrown on the tail end of the play.
That may be an unsportsmanlike somewhere, but it's a simple ISO play.
I think Max Williams was the ball carrier.
Oh, it's against Rockhurst.
Or I should say maybe it's Wilson Seltzer was in there. We're seeing some new players. That's another thing that Coach Severino is doing. It was Seltzer who carried that one. And he's getting a lot of guys playing time. And with the penalty flag, they're going to mark it off. The clock runs merrily along. We're down to 1:40. Ball will go back into Hawklet territory at their own 48. We're down under 90 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Play clock is at 15. We'll be down under a minute by the time this play gets over with. And Nick Smurt, the quarterback, in under center with an I formation. And the handoff is given to Wilson Seltzer. Seltzer will get stopped back behind the line. And he gets knocked down back at the 45-yard line, so he'll lose 3 more.
About 50 seconds left. We're winding down the last couple of seconds. And really all Rockhurst has done this whole quarter is just run the ISO play or a long pass.
And they've done it with most of their second team and probably even going a little deeper than that.
Right.
This may be the last play of the game, and Smurt is going to take a knee. And the question is, when will they start the play clock?
Exactly.
They have not started it, and we won't snap it again. And our final score, it will be Rockhurst 35, Blue Springs South nothing. We'll start our post-game activities coming up after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
That is the game. Final score, Rockhurst 35, Blue Springs South 0.
Christian Brothers Automotive, located at 19600 East 40 Highway in Independence, can take care of all your vehicle maintenance needs. Locally owned and operated by proud Blue Springs alumni members, Christian Brothers Automotive provides a free shuttle service while your car is being serviced and offers a 10% discount to employees of the Blue Springs School District. Experience the nice difference in auto repair at Christian Brothers Automotive, a faith-based auto repair facility. Call 816-795-6811. Visit them online at ChristianBrothersAutomotive.com.
The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of Preps KC and high school sports across Kansas City. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of our 12 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles, and you'll find quick and easy credit pre-approval. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs, Lee Summit, and Sedalia, Missouri.
Wouldn't a hot tub feel good right about now? If so, give our friends at Swim Things a call. Swim Things is the exclusive dealer of Bullfrog Spas, the only fully customizable hot tub that has ever been made. Bullfrog Spas have patented jetpack technology. You get to choose the custom jets and the placement of those jets in your hot tub. You have to see it to believe it. Swim Things is right there on the eastbound lane of 40 Highway at Woods Chapel Road. You can't miss it. Call 224